Stay tuned after the Quickie to hear some shit. So Vancouver International Film Fest is happening, and I'm seeing a bunch of fucking movies, and I figured I'd keep you updated on the ones I've seen so far. The first movie I was scheduled to see was The Patience Stone, and unfortunately I slept through the whole thing, and by that I mean I didn't even make it to the theater because it was a 10 a.m. showing, and Shay and I accidentally both slept in until noon. I'm fucking positive I set my alarm, and I seriously don't remember shutting it off, so my unconscious self is a fucking dick. Next was Tom at the Farm by French-Canadian director Xavier Dolan, or as I like to call him, Xavier Dolan. Out of all the films I've seen so far, this is definitely my favorite. I'd only seen the director's movie Heartbeats before this one, and I wasn't really impressed, but it was different enough to make me want to check out his other films anyway, and I'm glad I checked out this one. It's hilarious, dramatic, and also really weird, and I loved the changing aspect ratio that played on your expectations of what type of scene it was going to be, and it was cool that the transition was so subtle that you didn't even notice it until it had already happened. Definitely recommend this one, and I'd give it a 7 or possibly an 8, I'm not sure yet, out of 10. Next we saw Wolf Children, and the most notable part of the movie was the woman who actually started making a fucking phone call in her seat in front of us. But yeah, this movie was kind of retarded. It was cool that the chick and the wolf dude had some heavily implied sexual intercourse. If I was really into anime, I would probably really like this movie. There's way too much of an expectation that I'm supposed to find something super cute because it's a wolf and a child at the same time, giggling and not shutting up for the fucking whole movie. Seriously, a good chunk of it is just them fucking laughing, going ha 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 ha. It doesn't try to be intelligent or well written. There's plenty of conveniences that you'd notice if you're over 7 years old. Like there's a scene where Ame and his mom are secretly going to meet this old wolf so that he can tell her how to raise wolf children. And the guy that's showing them around that's not supposed to know that she wants to have a conversation with a wolf just fucking leaves the room for like 20 seconds or exactly how long it takes for her to ask the question. Oh hey, someone just called my name right now. Excuse me for a second while I leave you two alone in this room. How was she planning on asking the wolf a question in the first place? He conveniently left the room through no fault of her own. Oh, and by the way, the reason why I knew the son's name was Ame is because she kept shouting it every fucking 5 seconds. Press X to Ame. I would not recommend this movie. 6 out of 10 maybe. Next we saw A Field in England, and it was fucking retarded and dumb and stupid, and don't watch it. It's one of those movies that tries really hard to be different so they can automatically grab an audience full of people that go, well, at least it's not a mainstream movie. But when you fill your movie with nothing but random fucking bullshit that doesn't matter, then you are worse than a mainstream movie. If you want to prove to me that you're a better alternative, then you need to show that you actually have some fucking talent. Anybody can be random. It's not very difficult to do. 5 out of 10. Next was All Is Lost, starring Robert Redford. The filming of the movie was actually particularly well done, but there were far too many moments where he should have been dead for it to be believable, and I feel like it would have been a lot better with a better actor. And if there's one thing that weighs down this movie tremendously, it's the fucking ending. Seriously, that was the stupidest ending I've seen in a long time. No one would do that ever. You get a 5. After that, we watched Michel Kohlhaas, starring Mads Mikkelsen, or however you pronounce it. There are plenty of good individual scenes in this film. The acting was well done, and it had a good ending too, but it was really difficult for me to feel invested in anything happening in between those scenes. I know this is a really subjective complaint, but I was kind of fucking bored. I'm not saying this was a bad movie, but I am saying that I didn't enjoy it overall. This gets a 6 out of 10 from me. The Armstrong Lie is an interesting topic, and the documentary itself was pretty informative, and that was definitely its strong point, but it doesn't really have much rewatchability for me now that I know everything that happened. I think this movie needed some more time in post-production to cut out a bit of the fat, because it honestly kind of seemed all over the place at times. Overall, it was a good documentary, but it's not something I'll ever watch again. It's really funny that basically every single person in the Tour de France was doping. 6 out of 10. Next, we saw The Rocket. The first 15 or 20 minutes, I was extremely impressed with this movie, but unfortunately, it did not stay consistent throughout the film. This is basically the type of foreign film that you don't have to watch a foreign film to see. If this was an American movie, not many people would be talking about it. Seriously, this plot is so fucking overdone. Oh no, me and my family are going through a financial crisis, and I'm so depressed because everything in my life is going wrong. I'm gonna enter this fucking contest even though nobody believes in me, and there just happens to be a cash prize that would solve all of our problems. I wonder what's gonna happen in the end of this movie. Seriously, the first 15 minutes are great, but the rest of it is that highly convenient garbage that you're so used used to seeing. Oh, it's so feel good. Oh, it's starring children. Haha, one character is really quirky and weird. Ah! You don't have to watch this movie to watch this movie. You've seen it before, trust me. 6 out of 10. The most recent one we've seen is The Past by the director of A Separation. This would be my second favorite film at the film fest that I've seen thus far. And holy shit, does this guy know how to end a movie. Don't worry, I'm not spoiling anything, but the last scene is definitely my favorite. Everything's well acted, well lit, and well shot. Part of the fun is learning the story and watching it unravel, so I'm not sure how much rewatchability this is going to have for me, but it's definitely well made enough to get a recommendation from me. I'd give this a 7 out of 10. Hey guys, for those of you that don't know, YouTube has removed my ability to file content ID appeals, despite my account saying that I am enabled for content ID appeals, but when I go to click on the actual video, the option is grayed out and it won't let me click it. Fortunately though, I have another account that I created about 4 months ago for the purpose of... You can look at it if you want. I was gonna do a whole series of videos like that and I kind of just got bored and forgot about it. But I have an account and it says that I'm enabled for content ID appeals. Unfortunately, so does my current account, so I'm not sure if I'm actually enabled for content ID appeals on the new account. It should be, theoretically, right? And like I don't see why they would do that to more than one account, because it seems to be just a glitch. Nobody else is talking about it, so unless they're doing it by IP address, which I don't think they're doing it that way, then I should be enabled for content ID appeals. What I wound up doing with The Walking Dead Part 1 review when I posted it is I did get a copyright claim from AMC. YouTube allows you to look at the section of video that you get a copyright claim on. So I was able to see that the only part that was really detected in their automatic content ID claim system was the interview where Frank Darabont and the crew, where I'm talking about looking at their faces because they're obviously uncomfortable. So since that got detected, what I did is I went into my editing software and I just zoomed in on their faces instead of having the seamless clip, because the only real risk you run of getting detected through their software is when you have a seamless clip, usually between like 30 seconds or a minute, around that length. The rest of the review did not show up because cut, nothing was really seamless. But that one interview from Comic-Con 2011 did get detected. I zoomed in on their faces and then it didn't get detected. So I saved that first upload and I uploaded it on this new account. So now I have a disputed copyright claim from AMC and I'm really hoping that they reinstate their claim so that I can find out if I can actually appeal on this new account. Otherwise, I'm gonna assume I can, but still, it kind of sucks that if I'm changing accounts, that would be a fucking piss off if it turns out that we upload part 2 on the new account and I still can't file appeals anyway. Regardless, YouTube says that they're working on it. I've been trying to get this fixed and I've been sending them emails since the 13th of September. Nobody has even really addressed what the issue is or what's wrong with my account or that there's any issue at all. Most of the responses have been not understanding the question or just being completely unwilling to help. I've talked to a few different people. The last time I sent a message, about 4, maybe 5 days ago, I sent it to a couple different forums. I sent it to Copyright Center. I sent it to Partner Support. I basically sent the same thing. So now I got an email back from someone who actually fucking wrote their name at the bottom of their letter. And they said, don't worry, we're working on it. Don't send this to multiple places. So I'm hoping that means that I'll get a response. You know, maybe this week? I don't know. If it turns out that by the time I need to upload part 2, they have nothing, then we're changing accounts, because what else can I do? I need to file appeals, because if I can't file appeals, all of the copyright claims will just pile up, and I'll begin to lose privileges on my account, and it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. So now more than ever, I'm extremely thankful for all my patrons and all you supporters donating over PayPal and everything, because I literally couldn't be doing this without you. Think about it. If I can't even have my account working properly, then there's chances are I'm not going to be able to run ads on certain videos. Any video that I do get a claim for, I can't run ads on, and I can't fight the appeal. So literally, if this doesn't get fixed, one by one, every single video is going to be unmonetizable as soon as a claim comes in for that video. And I'm probably going to get more restrictions on my account because of it, because they will add up if this doesn't get fixed. So hopefully they fix it. Best case scenario, we can keep using this account and I don't have to change accounts. Worst case scenario, I close all my accounts and I keep releasing videos over torrent because we can still do that with Patreon. Really happy about this website. Somebody claimed the $50 perk, which is 15 strands of hair, so hope you guys don't get grossed out. But literally, it doesn't bug me. I can just rip it out. Seriously. I think that's 15. I think it's 15. I shed a lot in the shower. You know, if I was balding, it would have happened by now. But thank you very much. I'll mail this as soon as I can. And I appreciate your support. And I might have to watch how many strands of hair I actually pull out if more of you go for that perk. But so far, it's just one person that's got the $50 perk and has provided a mailing address. New perk for the $5 patrons, the lovely boner notes. And I'm giving you all the notes from my Megan is Missing and the Death Race stuff, all the previous months too, because why would I not do that? And yeah, that's pretty much all I needed to say. I'll be seeing more films at the Film Fest throughout this week. And then after I'm done the films at the Film Fest on the 11th, I'm going to be away visiting my family for Thanksgiving because, yes, Canadians have Thanksgiving this month. I think American Thanksgiving is closer to Christmas. I don't know when it is. But anyway, once I'm back from that, then I'll be able to gung-ho finish up the Walking Dead review. So it should be... Part 2 should be out somewhere around the 20th. I appreciate your patience, and I'll have another Thoughts On video as well out this month. This is a super busy month for me, just with being away for 5 days and the Film Fest, but I'll be sure to keep you guys updated on everything that's happening. You guys are awesome, and peace out!